What's up, y'all? Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays on Gratified Grad, where it's my goal to help you graduate with gratification. Today's video, I am going to tell y'all a story about how I fixed my neck. So if you remember in a previous video, I'm going to insert a clip here. Went to the chiropractor yesterday, and my neck has joints that will be twisted. And so she fixed the joints or the bones or something in my neck, and then my sinuses started draining. Yeah, so in this video, I was talking about how like my neck joints or something within my neck kept rotating out of place, and I kept having to go to the chiropractor to get her to put them back in place. So come to find out, all I had to, and I say all as if that's like literally nothing to it but to do it, but it does take work, and it did take a couple of months. But what I had to do was strengthen my upper back muscles, and then my upper back muscles were able to stabilize the discs or the bones in my neck, in my spine, like in my spine and my neck, so that they would stop rotating out of place. And so I would say it took about, let's see, I started doing yoga in May, and by August, I would say by like September, no? Yeah. So yeah, it took about 3 months for me to really, 3 months of focusing for me to really strengthen. I'm trying to figure out why they're honking that horn. But it took 3 months of focusing on, just doing consistent exercising and working for me to strengthen my back muscles, which was pretty cool, because then when I went back to the chiropractor this past February, like my neck wasn't twisted the way that it usually was, that she would have to correct. So if you're having neck problems and you're able to slowly work through strengthening your neck problems, you can do things like planks, even if you do like push-ups on the wall. The important thing is to make sure that you have correct form. And you can even lift weights if you want to. I'm not a weightlifting kind of person, so lifting weights, yeah, no, I would never be consistent. But because like consistently doing yoga and just like the different motions, like for example, some specific yoga poses that strengthens the upper back is like cobra, plank pose, side plank, it's one other specific one, quadruped or tabletop. Yeah, so doing both the strengthening and the lengthening of the muscles, like making sure that you're doing both of those together, really helps with stabilizing and building the muscle growth. And so then the other thing that I have problems with is my hips. So I don't know why I do this, but for some reason I just feel like I have to lay in this really weird twisted hip way when I'm going to sleep. And because it's just comfortable to me, I have caused my hips to one side of my hip rotates forward, and the other side of my hip is either stable or like neutral or rotates back. And so the way to fix that is enhancing the core strength, as well as enhancing the muscles around the hips, strengthening the muscles around the hips. And so I have been doing my research on how I can, what like specific moves and asanas in yoga does that strengthening and lengthening in the hip flexor muscles. And so that is now my target area of focus. Of course, you don't stop doing what you were previously doing, right? So like I still work on my shoulders, and actually I wasn't even trying to work on my shoulders. It just happened because we do these poses in yoga, and the more you do it, you just naturally build that strength. And so that's essentially what ended up happening, was that I just naturally built that strength in my shoulders. And so now, but with my hips, it's a little bit different. I have to be intentional because I literally have to reset my hips and force the muscles to either contract more on one side or lengthen on the other side. Crazy concept to think about, because in my mind, if I'm able to walk, I'm using my glutes. That's what I thought. But in reality, that's not the case. And it's one of those, if you know type things. I mean, you can be coached through it, but that takes some one-on-one work. But yes, to round it all out, if you are feeling like your shoulders are hurting or your back is hurting. Oh, actually, before I run it out, I do also want to add, if you have misalignment in one area of the body, it affects all others. So it's really important that your alignment is together, because if you're misaligned, it literally travels up the body and compensates. So really important to get your physical wellness up and do that. But yeah, if you're having any like specific areas of issues, you should build those muscles, so that way you can use your muscles to stabilize you and enhance your posture, your body alignment, and your overall quality of being. Hopefully this is something that you can think about, add to your toolbox, that will help you graduate with gratification. See ya. Heal blend, which is one of the teas, a part of the Tea Time Trio. So if you're interested in it, it's with the name Heal, it helps you, if you're feeling sick, like physically sick, it helps get out any of those bacteria. It's actually an antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. So it's just really good.